don't be needy. One of the other things about don't be needy is don't accept bad behavior. If the girl wants you to take her shopping, just say, that's not appropriate on a date. Got to talk to the women, got to engage them, and make it fun. This is supposed to be dating, so it should be fun. It shouldn't be so serious. Make sure you have multiple options. Don't focus on one girl that you meet at the social and then start singling out all the other, eliminating all the others. The ones I see that have most success are ones that have 2, 3, 4 options. Usually the first option, because men are all the same, we follow looks, fall in lust, and focus on one because of her beauty. And then the second or third option I see guys hanging out with when they can't date the first one because they like hanging out with this one, and then that one actually grows into a real relationship, and then the other one fizzles out. And I had that happen almost every tour. There's a guy that goes, no, I want to focus on her, I know what I'm doing, and then 3, 4, 5 days in the tour, it fizzles out, and now he's in the hospitality room trying to make a new date, and he's got 2 dates, and now he's really desperately trying to do something, and then he's on those dates, and now he's feeling really desperate, and the women can sense that. So then, it's hard to attract a woman when you're feeling desperate. And this is a good example of, like, when I go to the socials, I don't pay attention to any of the women, right? Because I'm married, I'm perfectly happy, and I don't think. But then they're always coming up, what about him? What about him? Me and Patricia were in Colombia last week, and the translators were constantly coming up to us saying, this girl wants to meet you, this girl wants to meet you. And that was because we were totally indifferent to them. And that on the social dynamic scale, that's considered high value when you're indifferent. But if you're sitting there going, oh, please go out with me, do this, do that, it shows neediness, and that's a big turnoff to women. We had a client that on the last tour, and he was texting the girl, and he said good morning to her, how are you doing? She didn't answer. Then he texted her a few minutes later, are you okay? Then about 15 minutes later, he texted her again, why aren't you answering me? And then he said, well, did I do something wrong? And by noon, he had texted her 15, 20 times. Finally, she answered. She goes, I'm at work. I can't use my cell phone. And she was quite upset because her phone kept going, beep, beep, beep. That's considered neediness. And even subconsciously, women don't like that. They want a guy who's confident. And just keep that in mind. You don't want to act too anxious to the women. We had another client. He called up the girl, asked her out for a date, and she agreed for Friday night. And then he called her on that same call. He goes, well, what about Saturday? And she goes, well, I don't know. I haven't gone out beyond Friday. He goes, well, if you're not going to go out with me again. Thing is, if you have lots of options, you feel better about yourself, and you build more confidence, and it shows, it reflects to the girls. Before I went to St. Petersburg, I would go into Houlihan's, this nightclub in Phoenix, and I would kind of analyze who I was going to go, try to hit on. And then some other stud would come on. I go, God, man, I was already setting my, standards kind of, lower. And then went to St. Petersburg, and God, I had so many different girls hitting on me. My ego and confidence was way up there. Now I'm in that bar, and now I'm going, no good, no new good, no good. Now girls were coming up to me because they could see my demeanor and my confidence, and it just changes it completely. So that's one thing you should get out of this tour, though, is learning that you have lots and lots of options. In America, dating is hell. Both for men and women. I hear women say it's hell, men say it's hell, it sucks. And the older you get, the worse it gets. But here, when you come here, even if it doesn't work out here, because this is one culture, and so you have all these different options, so you shouldn't be in a rush to find someone specifically on this tour necessarily. Because when you set that goal that you have to find someone, it hinders your ability to actually find someone. Don't be needy. One of the other things about don't be needy is don't accept bad behavior. If the girl wants you to take her shopping, just say, that's not appropriate on a date. In some places, it happens a little bit in Ukraine, and it just happened the first time I've ever seen in Colombia. If you accept that behavior, that just shows you're needy, you're desperate to overlook that stuff. So if a girl is doing something you don't like, just say, that's not right. People always ask, can you get scammed here? Well, you can never get scammed if you don't give money. And if a girl takes you shopping or something like that, she's not serious. So just finish the date and move on, but don't accept that kind of behavior. If anything like that happens, let us know, and we remove them from the service. We have a lot of new girls coming, so we don't know all their bad behavior things. So 90% of the girls are very sincere and really want to meet somebody. There's always going to be a few that.
Searching for that one special woman to complete your life? Check out our website at China-Brides